Hi there. In this video, I want to talk about the importance of goal setting. And as you know, for the most part, I haven't done any videos for about a month and a half, and really since the virus kicked in. And that was a cause. There was a bunch of causes. First of all, the world's changed. Been under a lot more pressure. I had to do something that has taken really a lot of my time. I got off my diets, was drinking beer again and stuff like this, and just my whole life sort of got. I found really bad ways of dealing with stress, and I went back to things that I'd known from the past and how to deal with stress. And I'll tell you, they're not very helpful, especially alcohol in any form or any way of avoidance is you're never going to deal with the underlying problem. So, and that lasted for about 4 or 5 weeks. But in the back of my mind, I had this thing that kept reminding me, and what it was that I'd set goals. And this is why I want you to understand why it's so important to set goals in all areas of your life and really work at achieving them. Because Zig Ziglar said something about great on one of his videos about if you don't set goals, you're just a wandering generality. You just wander through life and you don't really accomplish much because you don't really have anything that you've taken the time to focus on. And why not focus on something you want? Because a lot of times, especially when we have the pandemic and all the weird things happening in the world, it's so easy to focus on what we don't want. I don't want it to rain. I don't want the pandemic. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to be overweight. But the hell with that. Focus on what it is you want. And so, what got me back on track, and why I'm going to get back to my videos and back to everything else, was the fact that I had set some goals before. One of them was on my health. And I forgot that for a month or so. And the next one was on my weight. I wanted to get my weight to 170 by August 31st. I did not do that. I'm about 10 pounds short of that. And part of that was, trying to lose weight and drink beer is not also a good combination. But when in the back of my mind, I kept remembering, like when I was sort of stuck, I kept remembering that I have these goals, and this is what the goals are going to do for you. You're going to remember, this is my focus. This is what I want to focus my mind on. And so all of a sudden I went, hey, listen, I didn't do my weight goal. And so why don't I get back on stream? And I haven't done what I wanted to do with stress. So why don't I work on my diet? And why don't I work on exercise? And why don't I get back on the things that are important to me? So if you go online, there's some really good action plans that you can get, and then you're gonna find a goal. What's my goal? You can do them for one goal or not, but go to your major areas in your life. I want to set goals for my weight, for my health, for my relationships, for my financial situation, for my retirement, for the type of car I drive. All these things, you can set a goal and then work towards them. So what you do is you take a date and you say, okay, here's my goal. I want to lose weight. I want to have my weight at 170. And so why am I motivated to do that? What is my motivation? Why do I want to be 170? Why do I not want to be 210? Why do I want to be 150? What's my motivation for being 170? Because the motivation is what's going to really drive you. And if you put motivation behind your goals, I want to have a great relationship because I want to share my love with somebody else, and I want to have kids, or I want to have a family, and I want to commit to growing with somebody and spending the rest of my life with them. Or, financial goals. I want to make sure I'm not 65 and broke. I want to make sure I have enough money to buy a house or whatever it is that I want in my life. So the big thing that's going to make a difference, what is my motivation for doing this? Why do I want to do this? The next thing you want to do is, how am I going to achieve this goal? What are the steps I'm going to take? Okay, so I want to lose 170. What are the things I'm going to do? I can diet, I can exercise, I can do intermittent fasting, which I've got a video on you can check out. And what are the things that, okay, so this is my goal. How do I think I can achieve that goal? Like, what are the things I think I can do? I want to make $1 million. How am I going to do that? Am I going to go work for a factory for $15 an hour? And you're not likely going to make $1 million. You might have a retirement, that's about it. Or am I going to learn to sell things online, or do things like that? What is it? What are the things that I can do? And make a list of that. And then set together action steps. And okay, so I'm going to quit drinking beer, and my action, and then put a date to it. On August 1st, I'm going to quit drinking beer, or I'm going to stop eating cheeseburgers for lunch, and make sure there's a date on it, and make a list of the sort of top 6, 8 things you can do to create your goal, and put a date that you want to achieve that by, and then follow up on it. And what was, another thing to make is, keep a record of how you're doing. Like, make a list of what was easy to do. Like, it was really easy for me to do intermittent fasting, and to increase intermittent fasting. If you don't know what intermittent fasting is, watch my video. There's intermittent fasting we all do intermittent fasting by accident, which means we stop eating when we go to bed and we start eating when we come up. And so we have this massive window. What intermittent fasting does is you want to increase the size of the window of not eating. So instead of having breakfast, maybe not have anything to eat until lunch, and then you don't eat until 6, you eat until 6 o'clock, and then you don't eat from 6 until lunch the next day. So you've got an 18-hour window that you haven't eaten. But and so what was easy? What was hard in doing this? What made it, was something that I could find a way of enhancing. Okay, it was hard not to eat breakfast, because we're programmed to Western society to eat basically from the minute we get up till the time we go to bed, and we overeat and we put too much stuff into our body, and so what was easy? It was easy for me to start shrinking it down, especially when I realized first of all, I saw the results. I started losing weight rapidly, especially quitting drinking and intermittent fasting. I lost 30 pounds in about 2 or 3 months. And I felt great. Like, I was 210, 4 months ago. I'm down to 180 right now. And my goal had been for 170. And so I've got 10 more pounds. And now that I'm back on stream, I think that'll be something that I'll be able to reach. So again, first of all, set your goal, and set goals for every area of your life. If you go online and just look for goal action plans, there's a bunch of really nice ones that you can get for free. Download them, print them out. Areas of your life. My weight goal, my health goal. Okay, so my health goal. I want my blood pressure to be normal. I want, if I've got anything, I've got knee problems or stuff like that, what can I do to fix those? I've got a pain in my back. Research it. Like, one of the things I found when I had this stiff neck, and I thought it was from something I was doing at work, and realized that no, it was actually probably caused from kidney problems, and it was a byproduct of having kidney problems. And if I hadn't done the research, I wouldn't have understand. What I need to do is drink more water. I need to cleanse my kidneys, and I need to do other things. And a lot of it is by being clear on your goals and doing some research and creating good action steps and setting dates for your action steps. You're going to learn a lot more about yourself. So get some of these really nice little sheets you can get online. Set goals for your area. Pick your main areas: your relationship, your financial situation, your health, your weight, your well-being, and take the time. And then one thing I found was watching this guy, a young guy, Don Voss, who's in his 20s, and he's made $1 million or so on the internet. And some of how he did his goals is he started writing them out every day. And so, because what you want to do is you really want to get those goals into your subconscious mind, because it's so easy just, especially in today's society where people have attention span of a nanosecond, to forget. So 2 things I highly recommend. I like Dan Voss's idea of writing them down and writing them down every day. So you just refresh them, even just the topics. These are my goals. I want my weight. I want this. I want this. Take 10 minutes in the morning, write them down. The next thing is do a vision board. Get a nice big sheet of white Bristol board and go get pictures and stuff. And so what you really want to do is you want to program this stuff into your subconscious mind, because below everything that we do, we are a byproduct of what happens to us as kids and stuff. And a lot of the decisions we make are based on things that we're not even conscious of. But our unconscious mind is palatable. if we tell it more and more things that are what we want, we will eventually override things. If you want a really good example, search Tony Robbins and how he turned part of his life around. Way back in his early days, he put together a series of short affirmations. I'm unstoppable. God's abundance comes to me in leaps and bounds. And there's about a whole page of it. And he started doing it for 45 minutes to an hour a day and just kept doing it. I am unstoppable. God's abundance comes to me in leaps and bounds. And if you search for it, you can find the rest of it. And slowly his life turned around to now he's worth $300 or $400 million. And it was because he reprogrammed his subconscious mind. And that's one of the purposes for goals, because your subconscious mind is going to run your life in the background. And if you don't know what your subconscious thinks, look around you, because that's the results you have. And that's based on what your subconscious mind does. But if you change your subconscious programming, and you got to do that by taking action steps, vision board, goal setting, affirmations, all of them all at once, and just really sticking with it until you start to see your life start to transform and you start to create what it is you really want. And you'll know that it works once things start to trickle into you, opportunities start to trickle into you, results start to trickle into you. For me, I had a real clear goal of 210 down to 180. Now I got 10 more pounds. And I found something popped in about water fasting, which I'd never heard about. And I've been doing that for the last 4 or 5 days. And that's been really helping to cleanse me out. It helps me on my blood pressure. So that helps my health and stuff. But as you get clear, it's almost like the universe says, oh, this person wants this. So I got to help them out. I'm going to send them opportunities, which is going to help them to get this. And they're going to go on from that. And so, again, I really want the purpose here. If goals turn my life around, goals have helped me to achieve what it is I want in my life. And it's even in the background, I set them and I forgot about them. They brought me back on stream. And that's how I've been able to come back and do this video. And it's really because of the power of goals. And so you've got to really learn about the powers of goals. If you search online, you'll find lots of great information, but it's not that hard. Go for things, chunk it down. How am I going to achieve this? What are the action steps I'm going to take? And then start taking them and cross them off, take them, cross them off, take them, cross them off. Anyways, I hope that helps. I hope you have a spectacular day. And now I'm back on stream. I'll start doing videos again and then see what I can do to help you achieve all the things you want in your life. I've got lots of life experience, done a lot of things in my life, been in 40 countries and met all kinds of great people. And so I've got lots of things I'm going to share with you to help you have a spectacular life. Take care. Have a wonderful day.